Yo, everybody. My name is the Caveman, and this is Caveman TV. Welcome to another episode. Today's episode, we got it all lined up here. As you can see, McDonald's Canada Condiments. Now, I specifically mention Canada because different countries have different dipping sauces and whatnot. And, I just want to specify what we have here because, I haven't tried very much of the other sauces from other countries or anything like that. So, with that being said, I even included like some of the, spicy chicken sauces and stuff that they put on that you can get on the side and everything like that. So we're just going to light this up, do a little bit of a tier ranking video, and I'll go through and you can make your judgments in the comments below whether or not I'm a complete fuckface in selecting these the proper way. So, without further ado,
the only thing you'll be bidding on is how fast I'll get you to choke on my big blue balls.
we got McDonald's Canada Condiments tier list maker. Yeah, this thing was a little bitch, by the way. I had to fucking make you log into fucking Twitter, and they make you follow their page and shit. Oh, you can unfollow if you want, but you'd be unfollowing amazing content. It's like, yo, you're just making a tier list, guy. Like, you fucking sign up, and they're gonna force you to follow somebody. It's not organic. Come on. Alright, what we got here? Let's start with the regular dipping sauces. I'm talking like, you know what I'm talking about with the nuggets. I don't know if you guys tried the new spicy McNuggets. Those things were fucking actually delicious. I had them a couple nights ago. Not gonna lie, so awesome, so awesome. Have a bite of those guys, right? Doesn't really feel like much at first. Like, you can tell that the layer on top of the McNugget is kind of like more, it's not really saucy, but there's like some sort of a weird spicy texture. Like the type you get when, you load some cayenne pepper on something just on the outside layer, and you kind of have that dry but spicy feeling. So you bite into this motherfucker, and it kind of just slowly builds up and hits you. Obviously, it's not out of this world hot. They still have to have some sort of level of sanity there. But for me, that was still pretty good, because usually when places like that say that something's spicy, it's not fucking spicy at all, and it's just bullshit. But for them, they did get a good mid-range spice out of it, and it's tasty, so kudos to them for that. So, barbecue. Now, the barbecue sauce, it's a little bit different than regular barbecue sauces because, it's got a little bit of that sweeter, tangier taste to it. I believe in the States they actually do call it tangy barbecue, and here it's just straight up fucking barbecue. Don't know why, but it's just one of those weird differences that I've always been fascinated with fast food places, specifically McDonald's, between the States and Canada. Very interesting, especially with apparently the ketchup has a lot more sugar in it down there than it does here. There's different nuanced options between one and the other, I guess. So we've got the barbecue sauce. Now, for dipping sauces, specifically, when you're dipping the nuggets and everything like that, specifically for the chicken, it's actually pretty fucking delicious. I like to bounce between that and the sweet and sour, most likely, when I'm getting the nuggets. It's not the best barbecue sauce in the world, but we're talking about fast food barbecue compared to, like, any of the other, restaurants and stuff like that. They've got to be up near the top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the barbecue B-list here. So, it's not like the end-all, be-all of fucking dips, but it's also not the worst either. So, gonna sit a little tight in the middle there. So, what we got? Sweet and sour. Oof. All right, you know what? Sweet and sour, gonna be putting it in the A-list category here. Simply because it's such a weird fucking sauce. Like, I swear to God, if I was an adult and I had first tried this without trying it as a kid, I would be like, what is this? Like, this is average at best, but not very good. But there's some sort of fucking meth or some shit that they put in there that's just like, where you just need it every time you're getting a chicken nugget, And there's something special about dipping a motherfucking nugget in there, By itself, it's just like this, like, really, it's almost like bordering more on the line of a dessert sauce than it is on a salt, and that it is on, like, a dinner sauce. So it's a weird concept. I'm sure some of you guys understand what I'm saying here, because it's, don't get me wrong, like, it's tasty, but I feel like if it wasn't weaned in when we were kids, then the feel would have been a little bit different. But I'm going to give it an A. Because that's always been my favorite sauce since day one. Is it still my favorite sauce? I'd say probably not, but we're going to get to that. Hot mustard, motherfucker. All right, hot mustard's going to get another B tier. B-list tier. On the hot mustard, they do actually a really good job with the hot mustard. It's not an overbearing amount of spice, but like I was saying before, they still have the spice nailed down. They do a really good job. And especially when it comes to, it's one thing to have condiments that taste really good in general, but to have it accompany that specific product in making it taste that much more delicious is a whole other level of awesome. To have it accompany another product, with all that deliciousness and that flavor, and to complement it, it's on an entirely different level because, one thing to have it taste good, and it's another thing to have it taste good with whatever you put in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some hot sauces out there where it's just like, you know what? This doesn't taste too bad. And you put that shit on a burger and you're like, you know what? It probably was better without that sauce. All right, moving along. Just going to go through all the McNugget dips here. Now, the honey mustard. I am just going to put it in a C category simply because I barely fucking remember that shit. I don't even think that's the packaging anymore. I can't remember the last time I had this. Quite honestly, I'm pretty sure it's still there, but I cannot recall. I recall it not being bad, but I don't remember anything specific about it making it the fucking end-all be-all of sauces, giving it the king's crown, that sort of thing. But we're going to leave it there in the C category. Spicy buffalo. Yeah, spicy buffalo. Now, not to be confused, there's two sauces that we have here in Canada for spice. Fuck yeah. Spicy buffalo, and we got the habanero. And with the spicy buffalo, it is, as you would suspect, more like a buffalo, more like a typical Frank's type of sauce, just a couple ingredients off and in their own way. It's not bad by any means. I'm a huge fan of buffalo sauce. It's fantastic. If you throw it on wings, it's going to be great. So if you're throwing it on nuggets, of course it's going to be good at that rate. You know what I mean? Same thing. Well, not same thing, okay? But come on, chicken nuggets are basically boneless wings, and boneless wings are basically chicken nuggets. And many of you would disagree. And let me know if you do. Yeah, we're going to give it a B list on there. Nothing too crazy special, nothing too different than other places. It is what it is. Okay, we got the spicy habanero. Where's this one going? Right at the motherfucking top. And let me tell you why. It's like this blend, man. Like, it's like a spicy mayo, right? And I'm not a huge mayo guy to begin with, unless it's like McChicken sauce and stuff like that, which is solid. And yes, I'm a huge mark for McDonald's, but at the same time, that's not something that's not always my favorite in the world. It's just one of the best go-tos there is, and for the taste and the flavor, as you can see. So the spicy habanero sauce, it's an awesome mix, right? It's almost like, when you look at the sauce, it's like this creamy, like whatever, fucking orangey, whatever. I'm not good with describing color or sauce. And you can see these little red spices in there, right? And you dip it, and it's the same thing as the spicy nuggets, right? If you like the spicy habanero, you're going to like spicy nuggets and vice versa. Usually that's the case because I've noticed they've designed the spicy nuggets around the habanero, to me anyway. But you have that dip, and you dip it in there, and you bite into it, get all the flavor and everything like that, and then eventually it's like, oh shit, yeah, this is getting a little bit spicier.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
And now we even go one further and say it is spicier than the actual nuggets, which makes absolute sense because it's a fucking sauce, right? Anytime you're going to have something that's more viscous or liquidy and it's a sauce or whatever, it's going to be lingering a little bit stronger, a lot longer, rather than typically when you take on like some cayenne type sauce on the top. That's kind of more of a dry heat, right?
He's heating up.
So with the spicy habanero, I was fucking blown away at how good it was when I tasted it. I'm absolutely biased because I'm absolutely obsessed with spice and all those types of hot sauces and that fun shit. So, yeah, it is what it is, but if you haven't tried this yet and you're into spice, you need to get your ass on that shit.
Sounds disgusting, you furry caveman fuck.
You gotta get on smashing that shit just like Crash Bandicoot smashes all those boxes, baby. Moving on. Let's get through the basics here. We've got ketchup. Ketchup. Yes, I'm going to review the fucking ketchup, okay? Make fun of me all you want, motherfuckers. But it's on the list, so let's go.
Ketchup? You should ketchup on your diet, motherfucker.
McDonald's ketchup. Classic, one of a kind. I mean, it's got to be right up there, man. Like, you can't go wrong with McDonald's ketchup. Now, listen. It's not, I would say this is a different type of condiment compared to the rest that we've done already, just simply because it's not something that you have every time. Like, for me, it's not something that I have every time, but is it a fucking phenomenal? Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to put that in the A-list there. A-list for the ketchup. So it's like, more times than not, I'm going to be getting the barbecue sauce or the hot mustard over the ketchup because, well, I'm not getting fries. And these are specifically meant for the nuggets. Some things go well with others and vice versa and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? So, ketchup with the fries. If you get fries with no salt, going to come up fresh. Use the ketchup. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. Try it. Szechuan sauce. Now, this was an interesting one, but I'm going to leave this one down here. Simply because I have not tried it. I know, okay, they had it in the 90s or whatever, and then there was a whole big shabacle thing with Rick and Morty, and then there was like these petitions and shit to get it back, and then McDonald's actually did bring it back. I think it was for Canada and the States, but they brought it back for a temporary period of time. I never got to try it. I hear good things about it, but for that reason, there's no reason for me to actually put it up in review. I just wanted to make sure it got a mention. Vinegar. Yeah, you better fucking believe I'm putting the vinegar on here. Vinegar, I'm biased anyway. I love vinegar on everything. Vinegar is going to go in the A category, so suck my balls, motherfuckers, because... So you just have to deal with that one, because I'm just, vinegar is great. Like, salt and vinegar chips, gotta be the best. My opinion, the best. Yeah, everyone's going to say, all you fuckers are going to say Miss Vicky's, but maybe I should do some chip reviews, too, because... I am not the biggest fan of the baked kettle chips. I prefer that fucking modern zing. So I'd take Lay's or Old Dutch salt and vinegar over that one. Ruffles pretty good as well too. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. It's vinegar. Salsa. Anyone have those fucking breakfast burritos from McDonald's? You get the 2 for $4 or whatever the hell it is. Absolutely delicious, but not as delicious as putting in this goddamn sauce on it as you're going through every bite. You ever do that? I know some of you guys, that's how you eat your fries, Take the packet, do like that. You don't do the whole drizzle, all over the thing. And for me, the salsa is like that with the burritos. Without the salsa, it's half as good. So, very important sauce there. I'm going to put that in the B list category. What we got here, we're going to venture on into some of the other motherfucking sauces here. So, we have the ghost pepper. Yeah, ghost pepper sauce. The ghost pepper sauce, it was pretty fucking awesome. And let me tell you, the reason why I'm not going to give it a B list and I'm putting it in the A list is simply because ghost pepper sauce was definitely the hottest sauce that they've ever had. And it was fucking pretty hot. Like, not as hot as, like, if you've ever had hot Philly before and you had the out of control sauce. Like, that is fucking hot. That's, like, on another level. Or those spicy wing challenges and stuff like that, right? Not that far for this. But when they said spicy, it was really good. And the important thing with having something... Okay, mark this down. Note this, okay? The important thing about having a spicy sauce is that it tastes good, okay? If a spicy-ass sauce doesn't taste good, don't go there fucking hippity-hoppity-yay and try to fucking impress your friends just because you can handle spice, okay? I've run into this a lot. I love my spice, but I'll still take medium wings. When I go to a place first, I'll take medium wings because a lot of the time, the suicide flavor, it is not as good. It's not as delicious. It's like, yes, I can handle that heat. I know some people can't, but I can. And not for bragging or anything, because I'm saying, no, I still prefer the medium hot sauce, right? So it just comes down to that ratio of how much you like the spice versus the flavor and how important those things are to you. The jalapeno sauce, I'll give it a C. It's not that it's bad or anything like that. It was really good. It's just not as impressive as the other ones. I don't know, maybe it's because it has a little bit less of spice or something like that, but it just wasn't as impressive as all of the other spicy sauces. Doesn't make it a bad sauce by any means. It was still pretty good while they had the jalapeno McChickens around. So, it is what it is. The Scotch Bonnet McChicken. This one probably, a lot of you probably have not had. Now, this sauce is kind of a blend between the spicy habanero, which is also the same sauce that they use on this actual spicy habanero fucking McChicken burger, right?
Learn how to speak, you rat bastard fuck.
So there's four different spicy burgers that they had at different times, and one was ghost pepper, one was a spicy habanero, one was a Scotch Bonnet, and one was the jalapeno. And the only one I think they still have around is the spicy habanero. But with the Scotch Bonnet, it was like the mid-range, right? So it was a slightly above the spicy habanero, but below the ghost pepper. They had it for a temporary brief time. It was kind of like basically the ghost pepper sauce, just not as much spice. And I found that, flavor was pretty close. But just for that matter of fact, is just nothing too different about it in comparison to the ghost pepper, other than the spice. So I'm throwing it in the B category. Suck it. What we got? Fucking syrup. McDonald's syrup. McDonald's syrup is getting A tier. They do such a fantastic job. They've had basically the same syrup that they have throughout all the 90s and since I was a kid and watching all those goddamn Disney movies and collecting all those toys and those Jurassic Park things and whatever. Yeah, you guys remember those Muppets that were like all-stars and NHL players and shit? That was awesome. Anyway, the syrup is actually pretty fantastic. They give you a good amount. If you ever have the hot cakes and sausage, you're always walking out with a smile on your face having that, you know what I mean? Yeah, not the best fucking pancake sausage world. No shit. You're at McDonald's. Fucking give your head a shake, you know what I mean? If you're complaining about that. But for the price and the value and what you're getting, it's so classic, and especially how vintage it is, getting a throwback and nostalgia there because of your childhood and having that shit all the time. So that's always a good one, too. Okay, gravy. Yes, I got gravy on here because I fucking love gravy. So gravy's going up here to A. Okay, whoa. I love gravy. Gravy's an A tier, but let's put this in back in the B tier. Simply because I just find that their gravy, although pretty good, like their poutine is not bad. I can't really complain too much, but although very good, it is not in comparison to a lot of the gravies of other places, like literally a number of other places, like fucking Arby's, Harvey's, KFC, A&W, many of these, like Swiss Chalet, you know what I mean? Like, their gravies are very, very good. Like, whereas, like, Burger King or McDonald's, their gravies are still good, but they're not, like, higher tier gravy that, like, for my liking, as much. So, that's where we're going to just drop it down in there. The Filleto Fish sauce. Listen, I'm going to give it, you know what? I'm going to give it a C just because, listen, by itself, the Filleto Fish sauce, if I was using it, like, it's alright. It's alright. And I'm biased to shit because it's got that fucking oniony taste and stuff. I am not a fan of the texture of real or baked onions. I can only have them fried or deep fried or sauteed, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So for something like that, in the actual sandwich itself, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not my number one fucking give and go top priority over here, pimps. Pimp daddies, pimpin' mamas, motherfuckers. Not my top priority, okay? But it's actually still pretty decent, Can't give it a D. It's not that bad. Of course, we're going to go to the Big Mac sauce here. Yep. Big Mac sauce. A lot of you motherfuckers are going to be pissed off about this one. I got to put it in the B category. Why? All you guys are going to have it in the S category? I know. You guys are all going to have it in the S category because it's a fantastic sauce. It's the cream of the crop. All fucking McDonald's sauces, right? But again, for me, it's got that little bit of oniony flavor on the Big Mac itself. It's fucking delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's great. Separate when I'm dipping fries and stuff in it. Pretty good. Not that bad to the point where I'm going to put it in the C or D category, of course. But not good enough where I'm going to compare it up there with the A's and the S's. That's just kind of where I stand on it. And it's how it is, okay? McChicken. S. Now, this is something maybe you guys do agree on. S category. I think the two best sauces there, the spicy habanero and the actual McChicken sauce. The McChicken sauce, I don't know what it is, but that's like some of the best mayo I've had in my entire life. And I was so excited when they actually sell that shit separately because it is fantastic. I'm not a fan of regular mayo by any means, not very often. I almost prefer Miracle Whip, and even then, I don't even buy them. Like, I don't keep those in my fridge or nothing like that. It's just what it is. But there's two exceptions that I usually make for mayo on a burger or anything like that. If it's a place that I'm going to again and again, like for KFC, I'll get the spicy mayo on the Big Crunch or the fucking Zinger. And for here, for the regular mayo, or the spicy mayo, like McDonald's, I love their mayo in general. It's actually really good. And the McChicken sauce is no slouch. It's absolutely fucking phenomenal. I would get it for my fries, for my nuggets, for fucking whatever. Even put it in my goddamn cheeseburger sometimes. You want to dip it in it. It's fantastic. Like, and I know you guys have done that too, but if you haven't, give that a go, because it's actually really, really good. And it's so awesome how affordable it is, to be honest, even if you're getting like the full bottle thing from the store. I'm not sure what stores have it right now, but I'm pretty sure all the stores have these sauces still. And I'm not gonna lie, it's just absolutely amazing. And now I'm craving some fucking McDonald's. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I'm at here. Yeah, so there it is. My McDonald's Canada Condiments tier list. The SABCD. And so I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the ride. Let me know in the comments below if anything would change, or in your opinion, in your order, and what you would do. And yeah, let me know if there's any thoughts on things that I've missed, or if there were some dips or anything like that I'm not, like, obviously I'm not reviewing the fucking salt and pepper and the butter and the peanut butter and jam and stuff, right? But it might be going a little bit too far, a little bit too fucking boring talking about that stuff. So, yeah, if there's anything else that I missed, be sure to let me know. I thank you guys so much for always showing up, always being so wonderful and lovely, watching these videos, and following me along for the ride, the journey to 100 subs. So if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Makes a whole world of difference to me, means a lot, and I love you guys all so much. So, I hope you guys stay real, because I will most definitely stay caveman, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Cheers. Vinegar. Yeah, you better fucking believe I'm putting the vinegar on here. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's in the hood? Yo.